Hi guys, it's Tasha here, and I am starting my very first video blog to kind of show our journey through in vitro fertilization. This is our very first cycle, and I have been watching YouTube nonstop at other women's stories, and I found it really helpful, and it helped ease my nerves because I've been just off the charts with my anxiety about the whole process, and I feel like I'm stressing myself out more than I really need to be. So I thought I would do my own video or group of videos, I guess, or series, whatever, just to kind of catalog our journey too, so that hopefully when this is all over, it can be a guide for another woman going through the same thing and looking for that little bit of comfort that I've been looking for too. Um, I'm on day, let's see, what is the day? The 11th. I guess I'm on cycle day 11. I've been on the birth control for, I guess, a full week now, or maybe just 6 days. I don't know. 7 days. No, it's been a full week. I've been on the birth control for a full week. I'm on Desigen, I think it's called. I haven't used birth control or taken the pill in probably 10 years. And even way back then, I remember they didn't agree well with my body, which is the reason I've never used them. They just make me really sick. From the first one I took, I guess, last Sunday night. I took them at night with food, hopefully to sleep through the nausea. And I slept through it, but I woke up feeling like I had a full on hangover. I felt so bad. I never threw up, but it was just sick all day, where you're just kind of on the verge of throwing up and you probably need to, but I never got sick. And then I had about 4 more days with the really bad nausea and upset stomach. And the last few days hasn't been as bad, but I still feel kind of gaggy. But I'm not where I can't function like I was before, which is good. So maybe I'm adjusting to that finally. I did read that a lot of the women say that the birth control is the worst part of the whole IVF process as far as feeling bad. So hopefully that's true. And this is the worst part because I start the injections of Lupron this coming Sunday. Today is Monday the 11th, I think. Monday the 11th. So I start here on the 17th on Sunday. My medicine's supposed to arrive on Wednesday. So I'm kind of excited to get that and look through it and see if I can psych myself up. My boyfriend, he's pretty scared of needles, and I really don't think he's going to be able to stick me. So I'm trying to get myself psyched up to do it to myself, or hopefully I can get a friend to do it. I know a couple of nurse friends. Maybe I can get their help, but I guess we'll see come Sunday if one of us can stab me with that needle in the stomach. So right now, it's just kind of the in-between where I'm waiting for the next step with the injections to start. Just been taking it easy. I've been watching my diet. Not anything too exciting at this point. Watching YouTube all day long. I started acupuncture. I read that that can really help with in vitro or with fertility in general. So I met with a acupuncturist last Thursday, and he said that I should come twice a week, and before the embryo transfer day and after if I can, and that he can hopefully add 30 to 60% more of a chance it'll work the first time. So I'm going to stick to that, I guess, and see how it helps. I know it makes me feel more relaxed when it's over or when I get it done. I've had it done twice now. I did one back in the summer just to try it out, but I did feel a lot more relaxed, and it helped my anxiety a whole lot. I was supposed to go today, but had a little bit of an emergency and I had to cancel. But I go tomorrow, and then I'll hopefully go maybe Friday for my second visit of the week. Luckily, there's a community acupuncture place here in Nashville. Well, I'm right outside of Nashville, so about 30 minutes away from me. But you pretty much choose what you want to pay between $15 and $35. So it's really affordable, which is awesome because I'm sure, as all of you guys know, if you're watching this, IVF is pretty expensive, at least here in Tennessee, since insurance or most insurances don't cover a penny of any of this. I think maybe my antibiotics were covered. That's the only thing that I did get, and the birth control are the only two things that so far that they paid for, which is, they were only $20 anyway. But I guess a little bit goes a long way. Our drugs are pretty expensive. We were able to get a little bit of a discount, but $3,200 for the fertility medicines that are arriving Wednesday, which was, I knew they were going to cost a lot without insurance covering any of it, but I didn't realize it would be that much. I was thinking maybe $500, not $4,200, which was the original quote, but with a little bit of a discount, it came down to $3,200, which is $1,000, which is a big discount. But so there's just a lot of stress, I guess, with the money, and you hope that this works the first time because you don't want that disappointment. And of course you want a baby, and then you hope, and you go through this whole long process only to get a no, and then the money that's spent, the thousands and thousands of dollars. And I think that's what's caused most of my anxiety, not so much the medicines or the injections or side effects. I'm okay with all of that. I fear the end result, and I'm really trying to turn my attitude around and not focus on that and just take it day by day, and hopefully make myself feel better, because I've been pretty down. And I did read that a side effect of this birth control is depression. And for me, already an anxious person, I think it's really messed with me a lot and kind of brought me down. So I'm trying to give myself an attitude adjustment and make this a happy experience and just go with it. And, what God wants to happen will happen. And it may not happen for us this time, but I'm confident it will happen for us eventually. So this little video blog or vlog or whatever you hipsters call it these days will hopefully make me feel better, if I can use it as my own little personal therapy, I guess. But anyway, well, I guess a little bit about me. I've kind of failed to say in the beginning. I am 31 years old. I actually turned 32 at the end of this month, January. I have a child already. He's 7 years old, and have had no trouble conceiving him. He's from a previous relationship. My boyfriend is 43. He doesn't have any children of his own. We've both been tested every which way. Both of us are, by medical advice or whatever, we're both perfectly fine and should be totally fertile. His sperm analysis was great. I don't have any blockages or ovarian cysts or polyps. Everything's perfectly clear. There's really nothing to explain why we haven't conceived in the past, I guess it's almost 2 years now. So we're unexplained infertility is what our diagnosis is. So our doctor is pretty confident that he can get us pregnant. And he's given us I think with our first cycle of in vitro, a 55% chance that it will work. We've tried Clomid, 3 cycles of Clomid. We did not do IUI. The doctor said that it didn't really improve our chances that much than it would as if we were doing it on our own. So that's why we kind of opted just to go ahead with the IVF. And he did say that studies have shown that couples that do have the IUI have a little less, or how did he word it? If you haven't had an IUI, your chances are just a little bit better with the IVF, which I don't really understand how all of that works. But trying on our own, I think we only had like a 2% chance of conceiving each month. So for it to go up to a 55% chance is a huge improvement. So we felt like it'd be well worth the investment for the money to do the IVF instead of several rounds of IUI and then do the IVF and pretty much double what we would have paid if we just would have done the IVF alone. So that's what we based our choice on, and our doctor seemed to agree with that. The doctor wants to just transfer one egg since I am under the age of 35 and no fertility issues that he can find. So he thinks one egg would be best. And that's kind of where we stand right now. I mean, I ovulate fine on my own. I'm like clockwork cycle-wise. And he thinks he can retrieve, 19, 20 eggs, he said. So prayers and hopes that this all goes as planned and I don't get any over hyper stimulation and we get some good eggs, good embryos, and a good one to transfer, and hopefully some to freeze, because we will try a frozen round if this one doesn't work, or in the future if we do want to get pregnant again. But I guess that's really it for right now, just to give you a little base of what I'm doing and where we stand at this moment. And if any of you guys are at this same point in your cycle too, just know that you're not alone. If you're feeling the anxiety and the worry and feeling like crap from the birth control pills, I'm right there with you. And hopefully it'll all work out for us. But I guess I'll do an update when I get the medication on Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember, they're overnighting it, so maybe Thursday morning. And then, of course, Sunday I'm going to try to video the first time either Seth stabs me or I stab myself with a needle, which will be weird. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. So I will see you guys later. Bye.